Hey guys, and welcome to Little Blackbird 91. We are talking to you guys today about Married at First Sight season 14. Yes, it's going to be coming out, I think, in the early 2022. So we'll get ourselves geared up and bring you some great content as well. But we're going to talk about the couples today. Okay, they've released the photos and a little page on People's to talk about the couples and some of the differences and some of the similarities that they have before the show begins. And so we're going to break it down and go into some of the things that they've spoken about. So if you're new to the channel, like it, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you returning, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. All right, stay hydrated. Let's get into this. Listen, I'm on People's website. So first couple we got here. Let's make this bigger so you guys can see this much more clear. We've got Alyssa and we've got Chris. Lovely looking couple here. I think they're pretty cool together. Good shot as well. Very close, hand on hand. A little bit tentative, but okay. They're brand new, so I get it. So it says here, Alyssa is 30, devotes her time to rescuing animals all over the world. Probably got a soft heart, leaving little room for dating. Her last relationship ended in heartbreak, and she believes Married at First Sight is an opportunity to find one. Chris, 35, has had back-to-back long-term relationships since he was in high school. He realized that he and his girlfriends are incompatible once the honeymoon phase ends and needs experts' help finding a true match. Now, first and foremost, she is a person that's a workaholic that likes to work and leaves little room for dating, right? Because she's all over the world. Okay, all right. And then also her last relationship ended in a heartbreak, which understandably people go through. And then we got Chris, who has had back-to-back relationships. So he's seemingly 35 from high school blood, has had back-to-back relationships. I'm guessing probably one or two breaks in between there, but that's not more important. So he's had a good decade and more of relationships experience, right? But they're categorizing it saying he realized that he and his girlfriends are incompatible once the honeymoon phase ends, which for me then signifies that potentially she's not going to have much time. Okay, she might be a little bit more workaholic, a bit more colder in her energy, and he might be the one that's more nurturing and loving. And the problem is he keeps meeting women who who he gets blindsided by, because he gets enamored by them from the very beginning, right? Because if you're in a situation where you keep getting into honeymoon phase and you keep seeing realizing after the honeymoon ends that this is not the right relationship, your picking is off, which means your filter for choosing this woman is off, right? You've got to hold that down. Unfortunately, that the filter's off. So what I can see happening here between the two of them, potentially where it can go wrong is that, okay, she doesn't have as much time. Probably wants a man that's more caring and nurturing, but can she actually handle that? Because what people actually want and what they can handle oftentimes are two different things, right? So will she have the time to give him? Because maybe he is somebody who wants her time. Maybe quality time is his, wants quality time with her, and she might not be able to give it to him. Will he feel rejected by that? Hey ho, we don't know. So, that's Alyssa and Chris. Let's talk about Jasmina and Michael. We are looking forward to seeing this chocolate brown skins couple here, looking goody. You know what I'm saying? Looking goody. You understand? Love it. All right, let's talk about it. Jasmina, 29, knew early on that she had a passion for children, so she dove into her career helping young local youth as an early child educational teacher. After witnessing failed relationships in her family involving infidelity and having gone through the same in her own past relationships, Jasmina says she's done the work and healed from her trauma, and now she's ready to settle down and hand over the reins to experts. So that's a good little thing, a good solid paragraph there, talking about how she's done the work to make sure she's healed from the trauma. This sounds positive. I'm not gonna lie to you. This sounds positive. Michael, 28, says, has tried all the dating apps with no substantial results. A heart-to-heart conversation with his sister led him to sign up for Married at First Sight. He wants a wife and a family and can't wait to find out who the experts have picked for him. There's nothing there. Has tried all the dating apps with no substantial results. A heart-to-heart conversation with his sister, which means, okay, the sister might be instrumental in the relationship in terms of counselor, advisor, somebody who speaks sense into him, okay? Or she could be intrusive. We don't know yet, right? But the sister's going to have some important parts to play potentially in the case of Michael and Jasmina. But in terms of what Jasmina, it says here, She has had a passion for children. So they spoke a little bit about her career, going into educational, witnessing failed relations in her family involving infidelity. That may be an issue. Maybe she has trust issues. Haven't gone through the same thing in a past relationship, but it doesn't say she's done the work and healed from the trauma. That's a very positive turnaround. She's done the work. She's healed from the trauma. She's ready to go. She's ready to be in a relationship. All right. She's ready to be settled down and hand over the reins to the expert. So, if Michael is up to the task, up to the job, it sounds like Jasmina is a good fit for them. This could be our star couple of the season. This could be our couple who make it through all the way and show us the love that we want to see. Now, there's Katina and Olajon. So I hope I pronounced it right, Olajon or Olajuwon. Lovely photo. Like to see these couples the way they are. Says this, Katina, 29, has spent the last 2 years on a self-love journey. That's always good. She always dreamed of being a wife and a mother, but has struggled to find the right partner. She believes this process will work and is ready to grow old with someone. So she might be a little bit of a hopeless romantic, but she spent 2 years on a self-love journey. I wish they explained that a little bit more. What does that mean? What does that look like? But okay, she's done some work. Okay. She's always dreamed of being a wife and a mother, but has struggled to find the right partner. Okay. So, she's got aspirations to be the wife and be a mother. So she's looking at the future. Okay, cool. Nothing in there that stands out that's particularly dangerous or anything like that. And she believes this process will work, is ready to grow old with someone. So she, like I said, the older someone may be the idealist, romantic mindset once again. We'll see how that plays out. Olajuwon, 29, is a self-proclaimed former playboy. Oh, Lord. Yeah, do. This doesn't sound good at all. As soon as we start this line with former playboy, like even me, I wouldn't describe my line as former playboy. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't. Now he wants a partner with whom he can share life and hopes to have a family of his own one day. Okay, they're going to merge on the fact they want kids in the future. I hear that. Oluwaseun went to school with Jeff D. Pierre from season 6 at Married at First Sight when they recommended at Homecoming. Jeff D. only had great things to say about the Married at First Sight experience. So Oluwaseun was thrilled when the show returned to Boston. So there's a little bit of a link there with Jeff D. Jeff D. I don't know how you pronounce it. Sorry, my pronunciations are awful. From season 6. So okay, cool. So that little part there, but most importantly, is a self-proclaimed, former playboy in brackets, in quotation marks. Now he wants a partner who can share life with. Will his playboy antics come back out and make and destroy the work that Katina's done on her self-love journey? Or will it be Katina who may feel some type of way about her journey with Oluwaseun? We don't know yet, but I'm not too sold on these two. Lindsay and Mark, they look normal, and I love it. They look normal. I don't know why. Is it the eyes? They look kind of similar. The eyes and the mouth, slightly similar. Looks a little bit like, they could be brother and sister. That's no beef again. Okay, cool. But love that. Okay, Lindsay and Mark, let's go. Lindsay, 34, has always looked up to her grandparents' relationship. Pause. That's a straight thing right there for you. Okay, not her parents, but her grandparents. Okay, that's important. Probably reared by her grandparents. Probably, maybe her parents weren't around, or maybe her dad wasn't around, maybe her mom wasn't around. But if you look up to your grandparents' relationship and not your parents, that says a lot. They've been married for more than 70 years. She also knows what she wants and she brings to the table, and firmly believes the experts will be able to find her life partner. So it's good to know that she knows what she wants. Does she have an idealistic view of marriage? Does she? I don't know. I think when you look up to your grandparents' relationship, yeah, I mean, you're looking at longevity. Do you know what I mean? So maybe she could be a good person with stamina who understands how to make a relationship work based on what she's seen with her grandparents. Let's hope so on that aspect. Mark, 37, has wanted to be married for four years and has been on multiple dating apps, but only seems to have met women who aren't ready to be a wife. Is that true, Mark? Okay. Nicknamed Mark the Shark, he applied to be Married at First Sight the last time the experts were in Boston and truly thinks the show will be his ticket to love. So the last time they were in Boston was what, 6 years ago? Is it 6 years? Is it that long ago? Let's find out. Oluwaseun, season 6. So every season there's 2 seasons. So we're on season 14 now. So what, 4 years ago, probably? Almost 4 years ago, a bit more. Okay, so 33 when you apply for it, potentially 32. Okay, I mean, yeah, I get it. So he's obviously for the last 4 years, he's unfortunately not been able to have a change in his fortunes, right? But he keeps meeting women that are unserious. Now that might be the fact that unfortunately he might be picking wrong type of women, and or the women are not serious. But it also may be that your filters off, right? You keep meeting these women who aren't ready to be a wife. Why? How old are these women? Where are you meeting them, right? Like, oh well, you obviously meet them on dating apps. Why are they not ready to be a wife? What are you putting in your profile that's making them see that you want marriage, but they're not serious about marriage? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think Lindsay and Mark seem the most normal to me. They seem to be the most normal to me. So, he wants to be a husband, she wants to be a wife, of course, it's married at first sight. Um, but she's obviously got some good history there with her grandparents, has good longevity, good image to have in her mind. Hopefully they'll be able to work. You know what I'm saying? Noy and Steve. Nice little photo there, like that as well. Let's talk about a little bit of them. Noy and Steve. Noy is 33, is known to friends as someone who loves easily and freely and quality that has gotten her into some trouble in the past. Okay, so you don't have good boundaries, basically what you're saying to me, right? Okay. She's choosing to embark on the married at first sight journey because she's tired of being let down and trusts that experts will have their best interest at heart. So she's somebody who loves easy, gives freely, is loving and caring. She's probably an INFJ, personality front, but she's obviously that kind of person that's soft-natured, caring, loving, wants to appease her husband kind of thing. But your boundaries, right? Your boundaries, you not having good boundaries can make you easy prey for predators out there. Okay. All right. So gotta watch out for that. Maybe she won't be able to handle some of the arguments they have. Throughout his life, Steve 38 has had an incredible example of healthy, happy marriages. Recently, he found out his grandparents, who had been married for 6 years, had an arranged marriage. Okay. Okay, this could be good. After witnessing so much love and happiness, marrying his future wife at first sight does not scare Steve. He's hopeful that experts will be able to find him a match who will make him happy as grandparents. So also, he too has grandparents who he's seen as a happy life, not his parents, which is really interesting. Why they're not mentioning parents, but they're mentioning grandparents. Something's interesting there. So throughout his life, Steve 30 has incredible examples of healthy, happy marriages. Recently found out his grandparents, who have been married for 6 years, had an arranged marriage. So, again, he's not accustomed to seeing arranged marriages. So him being in one might not be an issue. So we've got somebody who's going to be easy to love and somebody who seemingly has had great experiences or seen great things of marriage. I don't know. The problem may be coming from how her boundaries are going to be played out and whether he will be genuinely and honest about how he utilizes, or I should say utilizes, how he interacts with her boundaries. That could be an interesting place to be. So, I don't want to go any more deeper, into that. I think we've spoken quite a bit there. It's going to be very, very interesting to see these couples interact. I hope for Jasmina and Michael, they look amazing. Let's hope we can do another Woody and Amani. I'm not sure, but let's hope so. But I think Mark and Lindsay look like a good bet too. And Noy and Steve look a good bet. I'm not sure about Aloha Juan and Katina. That just looks like it's going to be a train wreck just by what they've said, but I may be proved wrong. So, let us know your thoughts down below. What do you think of the new couples? What do you think? Let us know your thoughts and your deductions down below. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. We'll see you guys soon.